Welcome back to Self-Built. Another mini installment of some lever gym setups for you today. We are doing some glutes and hams. I'm going to show you a couple exercises that will really help build them up and create some variety for your workouts. Let's get into it. This is the setup we're looking for with the first two exercises. I've got this lower end on the low hole, and then I've got this right at the bottom of the exercise for both my glute and ham exercise that I'll show you. First exercise on the menu today are stiff-legged deadlifts. I've got the bar set already at the low point of where I'm going to be going, so I won't be overstretching or anything like that. And I'm just going to do normal shoulder distance as far as my foot stance. And a lot of people struggle with activating their hamstrings, so you can use this as a cue on any hamstring exercise that you're doing, not just this. But what I like to do is already tense my hamstrings before I even go down, so that way I'm already connecting to it. And then I'll reach down, I'm still squeezing my hamstrings, and then I'll just focus on pulling up with them. And right now I'm still using my hamstrings, so you just have to be constantly squeezing them and then just slowly lower the weight. When you are doing this type of exercise, make sure you're not overstretching your hamstrings, because this does increase flexibility. You don't want to go farther than you are able to, because you might get some injury. And there's a couple different ways you can do this. First one, as you can see, I'm letting the bar be pretty close to my legs and I'm leaning forward. And I just kind of vary on how I'm feeling that day. So you can do it this way, or I'll move away from the bar and then come back up. Some people might not agree with that, but I just go off of feeling. So that's just what matters to me. Then once you're done, just let go, and that's it. Easy. That is definitely a fun one. I love how you're able to just set the maximum depth, so that way you don't overstretch if you get fatigued, and you don't have to drop the weight or anything like that. So it just gets you primed and it's very safe. Next exercise is, I don't know what you call them. I guess you can call them butt deadlifts. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know if there's really a name for them, and I haven't really thought of a name for them. But yeah, butt deadlifts. I guess that's what we'll go for. Everything is the same height and everything. I'm gonna have my toes pointed out just a little bit. For me, it helps me focus a little bit more on activating them glutes and getting them cheeks growing. And what I'll do, instead of leaning over, what the glutes do is they'll help drive your hips forward. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep my knees pretty soft, and you'll see it. And then I'm just gonna drive my hips through. And it'll be the same principle, keeping the muscle under constant tension. And the best way for me to keep my mind focused on squeezing is basically pretending that there's like an acorn or a pencil between them cheeks, and just squeeze it the whole time. Don't drop it. So right now I've already got them activated. I'm just gonna go down nice and slow, keep that tension, and then just like that. And this takes a little bit of getting used to, because you're used to doing like your back or your hamstrings, but just let the weight go nice and easy, and you're just focusing on your glutes. Just like that. I'm still squeezing at the top. Then just slowly go down and back up again. And once you're done, just let go and feel them cheeks burning. Another variation you can do is, instead of being close to the bar, you can step away a little bit, and then when you grab it, it'll be more of a squat position, because you'll let your knees be behind the bar, and then you just want to focus on using your glutes. I know you can use other muscles, but this almost mimics when you're doing a leg press and you have your heels at the top of the pad. So it's just focusing a lot more on the glutes. This is basically the same principle. The next exercise is gonna be some leg curls, and it's kind of a wacky setup, but what I've got is I've got the lever arm dropped as low as I can get it, and then I took off the long pad, and I'm just gonna add this cap with a eye bolt, so that way you can attach carabiners, cable handles, anything like that. And what I'm gonna be using, I'm gonna be attaching my foot to it this way for some standing hamstring curls. It's a little goofy, but it actually feels really good. And if you don't have any other means of being able to do this exercise, this one will do it for you. I'm gonna be also using a little step stool. And the reason I need that is once I attach my leg, I need to be a little bit higher off the ground to get a full stretch at the bottom. So what we'll do is attach in just like this. And you definitely have to lower the weight. And then I'll step up. I've already got the weight on my leg, and then you just curl just like that. Just try to keep it under control. Then once you're done, just unhook. This almost feels more like a hamstring drag curl. So it's a little goofy, feels a little different, but you know what? Sometimes those are the fun workouts. So definitely give that a shot. Okay, last one for today is gonna be hip thrusts. This one's definitely a classic, and a lot of people like doing this for building some glutes. On this, I put the regular bar back on here. I raised this just a tiny bit so that way I can wiggle under, and it's not as graceful to get into as some of the other ones. Get underneath and wiggle over. And then I'll get myself set up here. Just like that. And then you're ready to go. Just boop. And since it already has a pad on here, it's not digging into your hips or anything like that. So it's pretty nice. Not too shabby. And then once you're done, just kind of melt. And then wiggle away. Not the easiest to get in and out of, but I'd still consider it easier than doing like a normal barbell free weight with something like this. So, hey, it's something you could try. You can definitely feel it. Feels good once you're in the position and everything. That brings this video to a close. I hope these exercises definitely helped you out, gave you some ideas of what you can do with your lever gym. If you're not familiar with my videos, I do show you how to build this. I'll leave a link of that for you. If you liked this video, definitely smash that like button, subscribe, and share to all your friends so they can know how to get some sweet glutes and hams too. And don't forget to tune in next time for more self-build.